ready. Let's get it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome again to Good Morning Expert. Welcome to Good Morning Experts. As always, it is now time for the master class of the day. And to help us with that is not just anybody. He is an international trainer that comes to us with over 40 years of experience. He's a six-figure ring earner and member of the ELC, that is Executive Leadership Council. He's also the very first shareholder in the US of A. He's known as everybody's coach. We're talking about Coach Erik Robinson.
Woo! Thank you, Troy, for that amazing introduction. Can you hear me today? Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can. Yes.
Oh, can y'all see me? Am I coming in extra crispy today?
Extra crispy today.
Crispy with a shine.
Ooh, yes. The heat got me glistening. Ooh, this is not baby oil, so don't y'all start thinking I went to one of those freak offs or nothing. This is just regular old sweat, okay? This ain't baby oil got me shining. Ooh, that's the glory of God, just the glow.
Yeah, right. I hear you. All right.
I don't know where that came from. Y'all, you gotta be careful what you watch, man. I don't know. I've been watching that Diddy trial, came up with my thing, and I seen some of the recap, and then get me talking about baby oil. Anyway, your business is on fire. Y'all are doing it today. For those who just tuning in, watching, you need to watch the earlier replay, Pass the Ball with Uncle Jock. It's phenomenal because they get it in. You got so many tips, wisdom, nuggets. But I want to bring some energy to this call because some of y'all realize we stopped the segment and shoot a whole nother show. And a lot of people watch this replay. So I need y'all to come off mute, give them some of your NRG. Y'all ready? Team, how y'all feel?
Fired
up. And team, what's up?
My income.
And DJ, who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets a green sheet.
Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheet. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheet. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheet. Everybody gets a green sheet.
Y'all got me? Am I mic'd up now still?
Yep, your mic sounds nice.
Check one. Woo, it's Winning Wednesday. It is Wednesday, W-I-N-S. This is where we get it in and win. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna jump right on in because the training I got for y'all today. I gotta get through it. So don't let no Tokyo drifting. Don't say nothing. Uncle Jock, don't even text it, don't even post it, don't even think about it. I can feel it when you're thinking, and it's going to throw me off track. See, right now he's saying, man, I ain't say nothing. I got my camera off, my mic off, because you're thinking it. Throwing me off track, brother. Throwing me off track. Hold on. All right. I'm not going to blame you.
How I get blamed just out of nowhere.
See, I told you. Didn't I tell you you going to say that?
I ain't nowhere near the fire. You're going to blame you getting burned on me.
Take it this morning, Uncle Jock. Eric can put it on me. I'm not awake, so it'll be fine.
That's what it is. I don't have Go-Go Jen, the Jen Unfiltered dancing today. Kind of threw me off whack. So I'm going to jump into this mindset, things you need to know. These are, let me go back to the topic for my note taker. It's what you know that can hurt your business. What you don't know that can hurt your business. It's what you don't know that can hurt your business. See, it's the thing, sometimes you know what you know, but sometimes it's what you don't know. Because some of y'all like, I know how to do this, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. But it's the things you don't know that's probably holding you back. And then that's the easy let off. Can I tell y'all the real thing that's holding some of y'all back?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
They wrote a song about it. What you won't do, do for love. It's what you won't do for your business. Woo. It ain't what you don't know, it's what you won't do. What you won't do for your business.
Mm-hmm.
People start asking me what is wrong with me. I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing for my business. But I came back to let y'all know it ain't too late to do the things you need to do. Let me stop. Okay, here we go. All right. I didn't grow up in the church, y'all. Some of y'all, I'm sorry. You know, I went to the church later after life. So here we go. 10 things, the mindset to get your mind right. Some of the things that you don't know that can be hurting your business. Number 1 was think like a CEO. Number 2, how to stop cheerleading and start leading. Number 3, how to overcome fear of selling. Number 4, how to lead without needing to be liked. Now, number 5. Now, the first ones, we did a training on that before, so you got to go back and watch those. Number 5, how to develop consistency as a superpower. See, I was a little torn with this one. And these are some of the things I compiled, what people don't know. Just so y'all know, I took a list. I got a real list, and I wrote down, let me see here. I met with some of my leaders, and I wrote 2 pages of notes of some of the things that they said that maybe they did not know. And I was taking notes, and I went back and studied the weekend and tried to answer what are the things that they think they don't know. And some of the things they really do know. But it's some of the things they're probably not doing. Now, why? I don't know. I'm not a therapist. You got to go seek your own therapy, right? I'm not that. But I do know that part. And number 5 really hit me home. It was like the consistency, right? Making consistency your superpower. But let me share something with you. This is what I kind of realized on this one. I'm going to flip it up. When I started thinking, I said, man, Eric, is that really it? Chat made it a little bit fancy. I had some other names for it, so chat came up some of the name. My information, but chat kind of polished it up. So just kind of, you know, how to develop consistency as a superpower. I'm going to tell y'all, some of y'all need to rewire your superpower. Because it's not that you're not consistent. You are consistent. You're consistently doing the things that don't help your business grow. You got to rewire it. It's not the lack of consistency. For some of y'all, it's the abundance of consistency. You're consistently making excuses. You're consistently saying, I can't do this. You're consistently saying, I'm afraid. You're consistently saying, this ain't going to work. You're consistently saying the wrong and doing the wrong things. Man, some of y'all consistency is a superpower, just in the wrong place. You're just doing it for the wrong team. Anybody ever watch a superhero movie and there was a bad guy had these superpowers and they was doing it for the wrong thing? And then some kind of way their conscience rewired and they realized, man, I'm using these gifts for the wrong way. And then they recycle it. We see that every day sometimes in the church, right? Sometimes people then they come and they rewire their things like, man, God is giving me these gifts. Wow. I was doing it for this, and now I can do it for this. Same gifts. Some of y'all are making phone calls every day. You just ain't talking about your business. Then you go, I can't, I have people talk to me for hours saying, Eric, I don't like talking. I've never met them in person. They've never been to my house for dinner. I've never been to their house for dinner. We ain't been to Big Boys, IHOP, or the hot shops for lunch. And we talking for an hour, and they're telling me how they don't like talking to people. I'm like, you're talking to me for an hour. I know you like talking to people. And I've used to say, screenshot your phone. Like, you on your phone, send me a screenshot of your phone log. Man, it'd be call. And they say, Eric, yeah, but you don't understand. But that was my girlfriend here. But that was my sister here. But that was this. You don't like talking. No, you don't like talking about your business. Now, there's a reason why. I might get to that later. I think I'm gonna do that when we talk about the skills. Right now, I'm gonna do the mindset. Number 6. Whoo. I don't know if Nathaniel's on the line. How to be accountable without being babysat.
Yes, sir.
See, Nathaniel, me and you had this conversation, right? How to be accountable without being babysat. Because we was talking about, he's like, Eric, do you not want us to have accountability partners? I'm not trying to control them. Well, my thing was, when you have some of your peers as accountability partners, understand how the brain operates, y'all. The brain, the subconscious mind does not, now, according to science, I'm not a scientist, but I've studied a lot about this. I probably could be a doctor or a psychologist because I've studied so much and I put hours into it. But the brain, they say the subconscious mind does not know the difference between fact or fiction. It doesn't know the difference between real or fake. It will assume that it's real. If you're looking at it, it assumes it's real. So what happens when you have somebody as accountability partner who's a teammate in the business, and you start pouring in and start telling them why you didn't do what you didn't do, their brain is going to receive that as a normal way of doing things, not achieving the goals. And you don't realize if they're not skilled and seasoned, it will slow them down. Because they start seeing you not do something and you making these excuses, their brain thinks it's a real excuse. And now they start making their own reasons why they can't succeed. So when I talk about the accountability without having to be babysat, if you need an accountability partner, make it somebody who's not part of your business. Go find somebody who, hey, I'm going to make 30 calls today. John, I got a friend of mine who's not in the business. Eric, why he ain't in the business? Trust me, you don't want him in the business. I don't. Maybe he can join your team, right? But he's a good friend, right? So I could call him up and say, man, hold me accountable, brother. So I'm going to call you once a week and hold me accountable. Now, I might not want to call him once a week because he's going to go down the road that I don't want to go down. But are y'all with me? It can be maybe somebody who's not there. I'm going to tell you, try not to make it your spouse. Because your spouse will start, some of y'all wonder why your spouses don't support your business, because they see you not doing nothing. So it got to be somebody not attached to it. That's why some of your top leaders and business people, they go get outside coaches who are not a part of their business. Right? They go get outside coaches who are not a part of the business. Back in the day, I'm an old movie buff, and I watch these mobster movies, right? The mobster would go into the church and sit down in confession. Father, man, little Guido, I ain't mean to do it, but he kept running his mouth. Man, Father, I'm gonna leave some money here for his family, okay? Make sure his wife gets it. Forgive me for my sin. Right? They got to go someplace else to confess. Are y'all catching that? So you got to sometimes go someplace else because the people in your business, you'll slow their business down. But the goal is, how can you track yourself without having to be babysat? In today's world, guess what you got? A lot of us got these digital phones. You can say like, hey, Siri, schedule an appointment for me at 9 o'clock. Right? And someone will send you reminders. Siri, remind me. Say, Siri, send me a message. Wake up, chump, or whatever. You know what I mean? You can have a personal assistant. Your phone is with you everywhere. Is your phone beeping, keeping you on track? See, some of y'all just use your phone just to, I don't know, play games. You're playing Candy Crunch or whatever you're doing. This is a virtual assistant that you are paying for. Some of y'all are paying monthly payments for this virtual assistant. Now, some of y'all bought your phone outright. I get it. Some of y'all still got the old iPhone 6. I get it. But some of y'all got a newer phone, whether Android or Samsung. Are y'all catching me? Are you using this as your virtual assistant to keep you on track? You got to, number 6, how to be accountable without being babysat. Number 7, how to rewire the way you handle rejection. It's a mindset. You got to rewire yourself, y'all. You got to be able to handle rejection. Nobody likes being rejected. I'm telling you, pretty much nobody likes being rejected. It's not something you like. It's just something that's part of the business. Has anybody ever seen an athlete, baseball player miss a swing out, strike out, and throw the bat down? Like, man, he knows he's going to strike out 7 out of 10 times, but even when he strikes out, they get mad, right? Somebody, the basketball player, misses a shot, like, dang. He knows he's only going to make some of the best basketball players make 40% of their three-pointers. That means they miss 6 out of 10 of them. They still going to make $1 million or a couple of $1 million. Some of them going to make $8, $10 million a year, $20, $30 million a year, and they still going to miss the shot 6 times. And they get frustrated when they miss. But it doesn't stop them from shooting again. Because when they stop shooting, the check stops coming. Let that sink in. Steph Curry, one of the best shooters. He don't make every shot. But let Steph Curry stop shooting. Y'all, they going to stay young. I mean, Steph Curry was a good basketball player. He ain't no more. Right? Yeah, man, maybe he made a lot of money now that he can stop. But are y'all catching what I'm saying? You got to keep shooting and staying in the game or the game is over. So, rewire how you handle rejection. This is a big one right here. How to balance grace and growth with your team. How to balance grace and growth with your team. What I'm talking about. You got to be compassionate, but not complacent. See, my mentor, Relio Evans, always talks about the law of the lid. He said, Eric, there's a law of the lid in leadership in anything. That means that your skill level will determine how high you can grow. And there's a lid, right? There's a lid, and you can change that lid. You can grow higher, but you got to learn this. See, when you start talking about people, in business, they call it HR, human resources. And guess what? We're in business. So some of the people in the HR department, the good companies, they have people that actually go to school to learn HR skills. So some of y'all started a business. I'm coming to you, Twan. You started a business and you've never been through any HR class. You've never been through any leadership class for some of y'all. Why? Because Bob asked me to come join my company. Hey, you want to sell life insurance? You want to make some money? Yeah, I want to make some money. Cool. I sign up. But what leadership class did you go to? What degree you got? See, Dr. Meri actually has a degree. She's a doctor in educational leadership. She's gone through a lot of leadership. I've gone through a lot. You can self-leadership yourself. I'll show y'all some of the books. I've studied and learned about leadership skills. And I can talk to people who don't really have it. Eric, my team. First thing they start talking is my team. And they don't just say to my team. They say, my team. They say it with compassion, like my team, like you own them. My team this, and they won't do this, and they won't do this, and they won't do this. Oh, man. I can't get them to do this. I can't get them to do that. And what they don't realize, a lot of times on the flip side, their team is calling me saying, man, Eric, this person's doing this, and this person doing that. I don't work for them. I'm not there. They ain't my boss. And it's a clash. Well, Eric, how do you get people to perform, produce? My mom would say, Eric, you get more with honey than with sugar or something like that. Whatever, to go than vinegar, whatever, more with vinegar than honey, more with honey than vinegar, whatever. Y'all know the saying, right? Obviously, I didn't listen to it too much, but I got the gist of it, right? I got the gist of it. Most people want to know, do you care before they care? What they say, most people care. They want to know how much you care before they care how much you know. See, some of y'all are not compassionate. You're not caring because you're chasing the check. Get on this call. How come you ain't on the call? Erik and Meri just said, you know what? My daughter was just, her success story is my daughter is no longer congested. What if I kept telling her, why you ain't on the call? What you doing? Why you ain't get your camera on? She's like, I'm trying to take care of my daughter. One of the first jobs I ever quit was one of the first real jobs I ever had. Not quit. Selling cars. Now, I've been in the car industry for 16 years, but my first car industry job, I quit. Y'all know why I quit? I'll tell you the story why I quit. I lived in Maryland and there's a dealership in Virginia. I would have to drive all the way to Virginia. Now, mind you, I'm driving a car. That was my car. I had my own car by then. So I was 26 years old, driving to Virginia, and my girlfriend at the time is pregnant. My girlfriend becomes my wife. At the time, she's just my girlfriend. And I'm driving to work. Got a girlfriend, right? She ain't even my wife yet. Driving. She became my wife. And I'm selling cars, driving to the dealership. And through DC rush hour traffic, and it was probably about, I was living in DC at the time. It would probably take me about 45 minutes to get there. Going through traffic, driving to Virginia. Going through traffic, driving to Virginia. Right? No, by this time I was living in Maryland. So I was living in Maryland. But still going through traffic, had to cross over the Woodrow Wilson Bridge for those who know. And it was traffic was backed up and they was working on the bridge. So I was driving, going through rush hour traffic, getting to the job every day. Now leave late every day, leave late, leave every day. Well, my girlfriend became my wife later. A couple months later. So now she's my wife and she's pregnant. And now it's in November. And I'm driving back and forth. And one day she decides that she wants to go in labor. And she decides she wants to go in labor on a Saturday. Car sales, Saturday's the busiest day of the week. She's going to labor on Saturday. She called me, hey, I think I'm in labor. Where you at? She's like, I'm taking a test. And she was taking like these Saturday classes. I'm at the school taking the test. I'm like, okay, go ahead, finish taking your test. Let me know how I go, right? She called me back. I'm thinking I'm in labor. What you doing? And now she's an hour away from me. I'm like, man, you finished your test? Yeah, I finished my test. What you doing? Like, I got a customer, man. I'm trying to sell this car. Do something. I don't know. Walk around, do something. I don't know. So, long story short, I leave work. I'm like, shit, I'm going. I think you need to come get me. Fine, I'm coming to get you. I leave work. Tell the supervisor, hey, I gotta go. My wife's having a baby. No problem. Leave Saturday. My wife's having a baby. She didn't have the baby on Saturday. And then she didn't have the baby on Sunday because we went to the hospital, contraction. They had to walk around, sent us home. Then I think she had the baby on Sunday night, either it might have been Sunday night or early Monday morning. It was early Monday morning when she had the baby. I come back to work on Tuesday, and the manager's like, Erik, what happened? I heard your wife had the baby. Yeah, she had the baby. I heard she had the baby on Monday. Yeah, she had the baby Monday morning. Well, you ain't come back on Saturday. Huh? Well, I said, well, they sent us back home. Well, Sunday, you didn't come and work on Sunday then. Hey, Meri, I'll see you in a little bit. Just in case, I got some money stashed. Why? What's that for? In case I need some bail money. All right. But I think I'm ready to knock this guy out. So remember, I was a little rough at the time. I'm 26 years old. I think I'm getting ready to knock this guy out. But just in case, I need some bail money. Here's where my money is. All right. I'm gonna see if I can do it without having to be violent. All right. Tell me one more time what you say now. Looked around for witnesses. There's a whole showroom floor. What Erik going to do? I said, you know what? Thank you for your service. Appreciate you. Bye. Why am I saying that? He didn't care about me. I don't care what you're paying me. You ain't paying me enough to not care about me. See, sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you got to slow down and care about the people. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't try to help them progress. Compassionate, right? But not complacent. You got to push them. But that's where your leadership skills comes in. How do you know what somebody can handle? You got to get good at learning and talking to them, finding what their goals are. Because some of y'all trying to achieve your goals. Man, I'm trying to get to the next level. I'm trying to get to ED. I'm trying to get to SM. I'm trying to get, how many people I need? I need 6. I need 6 people. You got to write business. Girl, you got to write business. Why? Because I'm trying to achieve my goal. And you ain't wrapped in your goal into their goal. See, when you're the leader, nobody cares about your goal as a leader. You got to care about their goal. And if you get enough people and care enough about their goal, you'll win. You know, one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, says, man, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll have everything that you want. See, some of y'all are so focused on me. Everybody, you don't know my bills. You know my bills are piling up. Well, let me ask you this question. Did the bills start yesterday, or did the bills start before yesterday? See, I got to remind myself, my business doesn't care about my previous bills. That was my decisions, my mistakes, my fault. I can't put my previous bill stress on Gaji. Gaji, when you gonna sell something? Come on, girl. What? You got charged back. What's going on? Come on, girl. What? And Gaji can tell, Eric, your light bill must be due. Yeah, I need you to sell something. Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Why don't you get off your ass, Eric, and go sell something? That's what they're thinking. You go sell. Don't you got a license? Yeah, but I got a team. I want my team to do it. I want the overrides. Well, somebody told me one time, I was talking to a gentleman, and he crossed over $1 million. He said, Eric, I've been making $1 million for the last 10 years. He said, my mindset is the biggest override you ever receive in this insurance industry is on yourself. So you love overrides, you better love the biggest override, which is you. You go out there and make the money you need to make, and the team can be gravy until that gravy becomes the main meal. Don't put stress on them. Put the stress on you, brother. You say you that guy? Be that guy. I don't know. Y'all say y'all that person? Be that person. But you don't understand my situation. I don't care about the situation. Because nobody else cares about your situation. This is business. Be that person if that's the case. Otherwise, don't put your stresses on others. Are y'all hearing me? Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to be insensitive to you. I'm just trying to give you the leadership skills that's going to help you grow your business. And last one, let me get the last two real quick. How to stay the course when it gets quiet. How to stay the course when it gets quiet. When ain't nobody selling, ain't nobody buying, ain't nobody picking up the phone. Can you still believe in you? See, I'm telling you, the best way to do that, you have to be grounded in something. Your belief has to be grounded. See, my belief for me, I believe God has built me and made me for this. So even when it doesn't look like it, it doesn't look like it, this is just Erik Robinson speaking. My hearing overtakes my vision because I don't see it manifesting. But I heard God say, Eric, you built for this. I heard it say that, you know what? The word said, Eric, you're designed for this. I remember some of the things, Eric, you can do this. I heard my own self say, Eric, you're a champion. Even when I don't see it, I go back to my hearing, Eric, you are a champion. And if some of y'all need to see it, do like I do. I write on my mirror, Eric, you're a champion. When I walk out my door, I got a sign that says, high five, champion. Whenever I leave my front door, right on my front door is a paper. I traced my hand. One of my mentors, Darren Golka, said, Eric, trace your hand on a piece of paper and put it on your door. So when you leave, you can say, high five, champion. You high five yourself. It's on my front door. I high five myself whenever I leave out the door and call myself a champion. So even when my eyes don't see it, I hear it. Last one. How to reset, restart when you fall off. I'm going to go over that tomorrow. How to reset and restart when you fall off. And ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you might have to reset your business several times a year. But I had to reset last month. Guess what? The new people you're walking into, they don't care about your last month. The new prospects, they don't care about your last month. The new customers, they don't care about your last month. The new business partners, they don't care about your last month. Start with a smile today. With that being said, turn it back to you, Mr. Troy Candy.
All right, all right. Experts, you just got served another master class by one of the best in the business. Let's give him another round of applause for that fire that he just lit underneath for everybody here. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you, Coach Eric. We can't say thank you enough. And now, family, this brings us to the Annie Willie Inspired Recap Relay. This is where we get to reflect in 1 minute. I say one. Stretch it out there. 1 minute. 1 minute or less. The best takeaway of today's masterclass. And then I'll pass the baton on to the next business runner. Woo-wee. And look at there, look at there. This woman is ready to run every day now. And she is first in line in lane number 1. Let's give it to Dr. T. O'Day.
Yes, yes, thank you. The best CEO call right here. Yes, what really you said, Eric, the job, they cooperate, they don't care. Okay. They don't know, first of all. Nobody even cares about our personal goals. So that's the difference. But here, this is the real deal. My doctorate was in HR, but they didn't teach me about this part right here. We're building for you and then leading a team that's goal, oriented for the whole team and then the individual. So we got to, as team leaders, all of us here are leaders. We got to get to know our individual goals. And then communication is key. We got to communicate what's going on. We can read minds. We can, and even I say that to me too. We got to do better with communication. So when we communicate with our leaders, we communicate with our team members, the expectation is clear.
Go, Dr. Teresa, go, Dr. Teresa, go, Dr. Teresa, go. That's how you get to winning a
Dr.
race
T.
and get a race started right.
Troy,
I
Dr.
tell you.
Teresa, we're gonna come back one day and talk about that. Some of your HR things. The doctor, I didn't realize you're a doctor in HR, so we're gonna come talk about that because this is about people. So one day we'll put you on a hot seat if you don't mind.
Dr. Teresa came out smoking with the first leg of the day, and now we get to pass it on to the man with the outstretched hand in the zone, ready to run. Let's get with it, Mr. Money, Stephen Short. Take off.
I like the things that you said today, brother, but I do have a question for you because we always converse back and forth all the time. This is one question that I have for everybody. What is sounding salesy? I'm still kind of puzzled by that statement. When you selling something, you don't want to sound salesy. What is that, brother Eric? Can you elaborate on that?
That's just a personal feeling to me. A personal feeling with somebody just feels that way, right? Because maybe they don't like salespeople for whatever reason. Because the society tells you salespeople is not the greatest thing. So if you see it and hear it all the time, you start to believe it, whether it's fact or fiction, right? So if society, there's more shows and TV shows and talk about salespeople being slimy. And so here's the thing. Whether you like it or not, that's what happens, Stephen. People's brain has been conditioned for that. Okay. And so it's just a part of our society that some people see sales as being a bad thing. But sales is all around us.
Because I'm thinking that
thank you.
When you fired me. I still think back when you fired me. But you still my main man, 50 grand.
Thank you. You see how they changed this recap relay race into a 3-legged race for the second 200 yards? I don't know what was going on there, but nevertheless, we thank y'all, both of y'all, for getting into the zone to pass the baton on to none other than this phenomenal man that came in smoking hot, always putting some good nuggets in the mix. None other than Mr. Nathaniel Hooker. I know he got some good takeaways from today's masterclass.
Yes. How you guys doing today? Happy Wednesday. I'm at the beach, working from the beach. So look, freedom is one of those things. But I'm here to talk about what I got from today was Nobody's going to be your biggest cheerleader except for you. You're your biggest cheerleader, but when you make it salesy, Stephen Short, they don't think it's authentic. So authenticity is what matters in this business. And I'm gonna let it go. Thanks, guys.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's a nice little 15-second split. I like it. I like it. Thank you, Nathaniel. And we're going to pass the baton on to, I don't know how she runs with a baton in one hand and a book in the other. The lady that they call the storyteller. We're just going to give it to her right now. Come on, Miss Tawana Chisley. Mrs. Tawana Chisley.
Boy, you crack me up. Sorry. Okay. Being consistency is your superpower. Rewire your consistency. Stop being consistent on the wrong things. That literally made me think about, I hate to say this, but drug dealers. They can be super consistent on what they do, but they could have used that superpower that they had to channel it into something more positive. That's it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Same game. Actually, just got a legitimate product and service this time, okay? With that being said, thank you for bringing it into the zone with some heat on it that time. And we're going to now pass that on to this next lady that loves smoking her business, and she is on fire right now. Let me tell you, Miss Gaji, go ahead with it.
Hey, family. Number 9, how to stay the course when it gets quiet. Belief has to be grounded in something. Whatever you believe and whatever your why is, it has to mean something to you for you to move forward. And then there's also the belief in yourself. So whatever you need to do to believe that you are that person. For me, it's a mantra. I record it and I listen to every day now. It's changed me into the person I want to be. So I think everybody should do something that changes your mindset and believe in you and believe in something in your why.
Thank you for smoking it in here. And I know you, man, you got a good coach when everybody wants to run. But now that we done got through the heat of the matter, we're going to get it back now to, hold it, wait a minute. Don't go nowhere, y'all. This race ain't over yet. It ain't over. Get ready, because now it's time to cross the finish line with the phenomenal note taker. Our AI personified anchor leg of the day that gets it done by being an international recap specialist that captures it all like no other. We're talking about Miss Rita.
And thank you, Troy. Thank you. Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Every day is a new start. Every day is a fresh beginning. This platform is amazing. We are blessed to be growing and learning while building our business. Move the distractions out of the way. Learn to not allow distractions make you put your business to the side. Keep grinding. It's about going to work. Find your niche. Put yourself in front of people. Be fired up and wired up. Get creative. Make the connections. Rip a page out of Art Williams' playbook. He made sure he connected with coaches because they can move people. Now it's called influencers. People who make money like making more money. They already have the entrepreneur mindset. Inside the Studio has helped get leads on Facebook. Don't give up. Respond to comments on your Facebook posts. Comment on the post and send them a message. It's Winning Wednesday. What you don't know that can hurt your business. It's the things you don't know holding you back. Actually, really, it's what you don't do for your business is the real reason. 10 things for your mindset. Number 1, think like a CEO. Number 2, how to stop cheerleading and start leading. Number 3, how to overcome the fear of selling. Number 4, how to lead without needing to be liked. Number 5, how to develop consistency as a superpower. Some of us need to rewire our superpower. We are consistently doing things that don't help our business grow. We are consistently doing the wrong things. It's a superpower, just in the wrong place on the wrong team. Example, making calls every day. Just you making calls every day, but you're just not talking about your business. It's not that you don't like talking, you don't like talking about your business. Number 6, how to be accountable without being babysat. When you have your peers or your business partners as accountability partners, the things that you talk about may slow them down. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between real and fake. Make it someone not part of the business. The goal is, how can you track yourself without being babysat? Your phone can keep you on track. Your phone is your virtual assistant. Number 7, how to rewire how you handle rejection. Nobody likes rejection, but it is part of the business. When they stop shooting, the checks stop coming. You got to stay in the game or the game will be over. Number 8, how to balance grace and growth with your team. You have to be compassionate, but not complacent. The law of the lid in leadership. The skill level will determine how high you can grow, but you can change that. Most of us sign up, but we have not had leadership class. You can self-leadership. How to get people to produce? Most people want to know how much you care before they care how much you know. You have to be compassionate. Sometimes you have to slow down and care about the person. How do you know what somebody can handle? You have to talk to them. What is their goal? If you can get enough people to care about their goals, you will win. Help enough people get to where they need to be, and you'll get to where you need to be. My business does not care about my previous bills. You can't put that stress on your business partners. The biggest override you will receive is yourself. You go out and make the money, and the team can be gravy. Be that person. Don't put your stresses on others. Number 9, how to stay the course when it gets quiet. When nobody's buying, when nobody's selling, when nobody answering the phone, can you still believe in your business? Your belief has to be grounded. Hearing overtake the vision. Call yourself a champion. So when you don't see it, you will hear it. Number 10, how to reset, restart when you fall off. You may have to reset several times a year, but we're going to stay tuned till tomorrow to get the rest of that. That's it. That's all.
Wow.
And that's all. Well, let's give this woman, that's right, keep giving it up for this amazing, outstanding, well-deserved professional woman, Miss Rita.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Rita. Well, and for each of you, we want to say thank you for virtually coming out and participating in this morning's meetup. And we want to say, before we give it back to Coach Erik for the announcements and the marching orders, since we now know how, let me ask the question. What's next?
Drill it till you kill it.
Drill it till you kill it.
Till you kill it. Well, that's it. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, signing off from Good Morning Experts. Coach Erik, back to you.
Woo! Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Uncle Jock. Thank y'all, everybody, for such an amazing day today. It's Winning Wednesday. Do not leave early, because I don't know if y'all realize I think they came ready. We got a dance off. It's the Dr. Mark, the financial prophet, Mo Money Mo, your insurance and tax pro, also known to many as the Pinkneys. It's a husband and wife dance off, and y'all got to stick around for the final vote. Yesterday we did the sisters. And today we got the husband and wife. Y'all thought I forgot. I didn't forget. I got it right here on my screen. I'm lying to you. I just remembered it. So tonight we got our BTO at 7 p.m. Tune in, experialife.com for our BTO at 7 p.m. Invite somebody. It's the last BTO in June. This is the last half of the year. Tell people, hey, how do you want to start your year, end your year? It's not sometimes always how fast you start. It's where do you end, right? If you didn't get a fast start, you want a fast ending, right? And if you got a fast start, you want to go faster. You want to end even faster. We don't got no brakes over here. Are y'all with me? We don't got no brakes. If the car's going fast, we're gonna go faster. All acceleration. And the car's going slow, we're gonna go faster. All acceleration. We ain't got time to slow down. You'll slow down when God calls you home. So with that being said, we also got Frank DeLeo has a mindset training at 10 o'clock. If somebody will put that link in the chat, you can find it. There's a great mindset training in a few minutes. Every Wednesday, he does a phenomenal job. Get your mind right. But we right here got the biggest, baddest CEO meetup on the planet. And so, DJ, let's get this thing set up properly.
All right. Can I throw this real quick quote I heard one time? It says,
go for it, Stephen.
It say, the truth in you or bring the truth in other people. So that's why I say you never have to be real selfie. If you do, if you're true to yourself, it brings the truth for other people.
The truth in you, bring the truth in other people. I love that. The truth, back in the day, they told me the truth says set you free. Now, it can get you locked up too if you did something wrong, but you might be mentally free. So I don't know how that works. So with that being said, DJ, everybody, give them some energy. Team, how y'all feel?
Fired up.
What's up?
Let's go.
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody
Gets
gets
a green sheet.
DJ slow on the
Let's
draw.
go, delay.
DJ delay. Just messed my whole groove up. All right, so you know what?
She got spared.
DJ just like, man, DJ take a break. So I don't know if DJ take a break left. Oh, he's coming back for tomorrow.
Come back tomorrow.
But tomorrow, tune in tomorrow for a great episode of the Pinckney Dance Battle. It will happen tomorrow. With that being said, love each and every. Have an amazing.
I'll be back.